Dear friends, welcome to this fourth webinar of CineCon, powered by IMAX in association with Theatre World and Network 208. In today's topic, we shall discuss about the single-screen cinemas other than the South Indian market. So for this today, we have Mr. Akshay Rati from Saroj Screens. He is also a moderator. Mr. Vinay from AMU Exhibitors Maharashtra. Mr. Sandeep Jain from Sanman Exhibitors Madhya Pradesh. Mr. Gurmeet Singh Sibel Cinema, New Delhi. Mr. Satyadeep Shah, SSR Cinemas, West Bengal. For taking this conversation forward, I would request Mr. Akshay to take it over. Over to you, Akshay.
Sure. Thank you, Raghav. It's a pleasure to have this esteemed panel with us, and a big welcome to all of you, Vinayji, Sandeepji, Satyadeep, and Gurmeetji. And thank you, Raghav. Thank you, Cinecon. Thank you, Big Cine Expo, Theatre World, and IMAX for organizing this summit. At this hour, while we are going through this phase of uncertainty, I think it's extremely important that we, as the exhibition sector, keep the conversation about our future going. And only that will give the entire sector and all the stakeholders of the sector, including us, some degree of clarity about what lies ahead. So without much ado, let me begin this conversation. I hate to do this to you, Vinayji, but we'll start this in order of seniority, and therefore we'll begin with you. Vinayji, your initial thoughts on where this sector is headed. What is this scenario that we are in? What do you think is the impact that this COVID scenario, this lockdown, is going to have on the exhibition sector?
I think, yes, I don't think that this is going to have I think they have a very big impact on the theatre world, at least especially single screens. And the way it's looking like, I don't think the theatre will reopen before June or June end. I don't think so before that. And it's really tough time for everyone here, as you know that even the salary for the certain people, even the salary to pay the salary to the staff is become very difficult. Where there's no zero income and the salary, staff people are not blamed for that, and they are always entitled for their salary, and very difficult to tell out the money and pay them the salary. Top of it, I think the government should come out with some scheme for all kind of industry, including us, and offer us some kind of relief by way of reducing the electricity tariff, maybe by reducing property tax at least for the current year. Maybe in something if they can do in the GST till at least this current year 31st March, I think it will be a real great help. Otherwise, it's becoming very difficult, nowadays to survive in this kind of scenario. And even I feel after it will reopen, that multiplex people, I don't think that they'll be opening all screens at one go. Maybe to two screens they'll see the public's reaction, how they are responding to the reopening of the theater. And maybe slowly and steadily when the big movies will come, then they'll start the rest of the screens. So I think that's it. I think right now the scenario is bad, but of course I'm seeing for the positive future, the bright future, that maybe in the maybe by end of the year, after Diwali, something will be better off for all of us, and we should be in again a green zone. That's what I think.
Sure. Coming to you, Gurmeetji, in the value chain that exists, so obviously in the ecosystem of the entertainment sector, when it comes to the theatrical model, there are producers and directors, there are actors, there are distributors, there are exhibitors, and even within the exhibition fraternity, there are the multiplexes, a large chunk of which are run by the national chains, and then there are independent or single screen cinemas like the ones that you or I run. Is it safe to assume, or is it appropriate to say that the single screen cinemas in this entire value chain are currently the most vulnerable unit out of all? And if so, what do you think is the scenario specifically for single screens, since you run them in a city like Delhi? What's your take on that?
Situation is quite bad, and it's not me alone. The cinegoers, for example, entertainment would be the last thing. There are schools to be reopened, there are colleges to be reopened, there are so many agendas. There's businesses to be reopened. The government machinery has to come into working. Delhi has metros. They are not working. They are not functioning. The DTC, the transport buses are not working. So there's a huge lineup. which has to first come into motion. Then at the bottom comes entertainment, where whether it is a single screen or a multiplex, we come in. But yes, people would because multiplex as a chain, they are strong, you see, and we are individuals. They're a consortium, so they will be able to publicize and reach their audience better than our single screens. They are going to woo public in a better way than we can. Uh, Plus, the sense of security, the sense of that they're going to be safe. The cinegoers will feel when we are walking into a mall or a multiplex, say it be PVR or an Inox, they would feel a sense of security when they walk in. They would feel it would be clean, hygiene. Plus, they didn't have to mingle around with 800 people, 900 people, 1,000 people. There are just going to be 150, 200 people in the auditorium. And so social distancing would be also done in a proper way. So I would feel the plexus would have an edge over our single screens when we reopen.
Sure.
That is the
Coming to you,
scenario.
Sandeep ji, you run
Yeah,
a chain of single screens and multiplexes, which are independent cinemas. They're not a
yeah.
part of a national chain. It's a smaller chain that you run in the central Indian region. What Gurmeet pointed out about the perception of the audience being that multiplexes are perhaps safer to walk into. One, obviously that is a relevant point because a lot of people, especially, the families or the affluent, actually look at the multiplexes as their first preference between, the options in the exhibition sector. As the
Hmm.
independent cinemas or single screens, that think can be deployed or need to be by us to build the right perception around our cinemas to make the audience feel safe about walking into an independent or a single screen cinema.
अक्षय बेसिकली क्या है कि सिंगल स्क्रीन से पब्लिक ऑलरेडी दूर होती जा रही है डे बाय डे, है ना। वो कहीं क्यों हो रही है? क्योंकि वहाँ पे अपन मेंटेनेंस वीक है उनका। जो सिंगल स्क्रीन मेंटेन्ड है उनका बिजनेस फिर भी ठीक है। अभी इस सिनेरियो के अंदर सिनेमा इज लास्ट चॉइस और सिंगल स्क्रीन तो सबसे लास्ट चॉइस है, ठीक है। अपने को वही फैसिलिटी कम रेट के अंदर उनको देना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि घर में बैठ के आदमी पूरा बोर हो गया है, उसको बाहर निकलना है। लेकिन वो कभी जाएगा जब उसको लगेगा मैं यहाँ सिक्योर हूँ। पूरी रो के अंदर 20 सीट की रो है तो उसको आप 6 से ऑडियंस बिठाओ, 7-8 ऑडियंस बिठाओ, एक रो पूरी एम्प्टी कर दो, तो उनको ऐसा फील आना चाहिए कि हमारे पास में कोई भी नहीं है और पूरा सैनिटाइज प्रॉपर होना चाहिए, एवरीथिंग शुड बी प्रॉपर। यही हो सकता है। इसके अलावा अगर जो सिंगल स्क्रीन के अंदर पिक्चर देखने कोई नहीं आएगा।
Sure.
और
But tell
सबसे
me,
बड़ा सॉफ्टवेयर,
right?
दूसरा ये है कि जब तक अच्छा सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं आएगा, अच्छी मूवीज नहीं आएगी, सिंगल स्क्रीन में आप क्या दिखाओगे?
Right.
सबसे बड़ा
So tell me something, is the design of single screen cinemas, the fact that our capacities are 800 and 900 seats more often than not, for the,
you
idea
should,
of social distance, is that a hidden advantage?
yeah, sure, it will be an advantage. आप उसको 800 की कैपेसिटी को आप उसको यूज करो 500 कैपेसिटी और वैसे टिकटिंग करो, उसकी ऐसे प्लानिंग करो, तो दैट विल बी एडवांटेज। और रिड्यूस रेट करो कि आदमी लगेगा मेरे पास में कोई बैठने वाला भी नहीं है, मेरे 6-6 फीट तक कोई भी डिस्टेंस पे कोई भी नहीं है और मैं बहुत रिड्यूस रेट पे 2 घंटे चेंज करके आ रहा हूँ अपने आप को।
Right.
ऐसा कुछ करना,
Satyadeep,
ऐसा कुछ।
coming to you.
Yeah.
Sure. Satyadeep, coming to you. Now you obviously are an exhibitor and a distributor in the Bengal circuit, and you also operate in the smaller regions around Bengal, in up to an extent, whether it's Bihar or Jharkhand or the Seven Sisters. Your thoughts on the importance of obviously regional cinema has had a key role to play in a state like Bengal, which has a substantial regional fraternity. When we do open, how big a role do you think will this regional content play in our revival? Because obviously the writings on the wall, the Hindi tentpoles or even the Hollywood tentpoles are not releasing immediately after the cinemas are opened up. Are we going to be depending on these regional films, or will we have to go back to reprogramming older content? What do you think is the opening of the sector going to be like?
See, Akshay, there are 3 or 4 options are there. There are certain regional Bengali movies which are already complete. So we are talking to the producers as an exhibitor. We are also talking to the producers so that take up their movies whenever the lockdown finishes, and it can be a vice versa also. As because the Hindi and the English movies will not release before the 6 months as of now. What I feel, because it will take time until and unless the overseas market opens. We have to depend on the Bengali product in our area, because there are certain Bengali movies which are already completed, and I think they will release once the finishes, and they will obviously release one by one.
Sure. Coming, hello. Coming back to you, Vinayji. Uh, Tell me something. This scenario that we are facing as exhibitors, obviously the income levels are down to zero, but the expenses have really not stopped. Salaries are continuing to be made, to be paid. Maintenance is happening. How exactly, should we be managing our liquidity at this time? What should be the priority spends? What are the spends that are necessary but that can be cut down on? What are the measures do you think we can deploy as cinema halls to minimize our spends to be able to sustain through this period of zero income?
I think government has even given some facility in the electricity tariff that you can always defer your payment for another 2 or 3 months. That is one aspect. The other aspect is that right now, as the theaters are all closed, so of course you don't require to daily cleaning by the housekeeping people. So I think we'll have to talk to negotiate with the housekeeping facility services, like to at least let go of the certain amount for at least for month of April and May, since this all lockdown is going on. Also for the salary, staff salary, they are all sitting home and we are not getting any work out of them right now, being a theater owner. So, which I came across certain people and even they said we should even defer in their payment for the salary to ease out our liquidity. Otherwise, there is no other way I can see that we can get our rolling done unless until some big movie comes. It's very difficult to run. Of course, we'll have to add money from our pocket to run the show for at least a month or two. Till any big movie comes, I don't see any future for right now where we can generate the income and come in the rolling. I think right now for 1 or 2 months we'll have to get our money from our own sources and run the theater, run the show, just to show the public that we are on and please now start coming in and the theater. And as with Sandeep ji said, we'll have to sanitize the premises on the regular basis, keep safe distance. Now, as you said, suppose if you're having 1,000-seater theater, and if we have to, if by the government policy, if we have to keep the maintain the safe distance, this social distancing, then I think we'll be able to sell only 300 or 400 tickets in a houseful show. So for that matter, if we are going to increase the ticket rates, only if the movie is big, it will sustain. For smaller movies or repeated movies, I don't think people will come, because right now you can see on the OTT platform, there's so many interesting contents going on, and they're equivalent to any Bollywood movies. The quality of the web series, they're very good. So to lure them and to get the public back in the theater, we need a big product. Otherwise, if you think we can run the repeat run movies to get the public in, even by reducing the ticket rates, I don't think it's going to work out unless the producer gathers together and start releasing the new movies. I think that's what I might say is.
So coming back to you, Gurmeet ji, there are two things about which there's absolute uncertainty. Three, I'd say actually. One is, when would cinemas open up? The second is, whenever cinemas open up, when would the audience start coming in like they do on a normal day? And the third is whether there's going to be any kind of support that we as a sector get from the government or the authorities to be able to sustain this period. Because right now we don't know whether we'll be able to open cinemas up towards the end of May, or by mid-June, or by the end of June or July, or God forbid even August or September. So while this uncertainty remains, while the income levels are zero, while the expenses are still going on, we don't know if there's going to be any kind of help from the government. And obviously, like every other sector that operates a business, we are, negotiating, and we are trying to put our prayers across to the government, state and center and local bodies, to give us the kind of support that's required for us to sustain. what do you think are the desirable measures that can be deployed or that can be offered by the respective government, center, state, or local body that can help us sustain this lean patch?
Firstly, we should open theaters, we should get into business when we are ready. That means
Right.
when when we are ready. It's not the when the government allows. If they come up with some and say open your, for example, they said you open your cinemas next week, but we have to be ready because we need to find out proper content, new films. We need to talk to producers, to distributors. So when are they coming up with movies? By opening theater, we will not get public. We'll only get audience when we have good big films coming in. First of all. Second of all, for this lean period when there was a lockout, maybe 2 months or 3 months, the expenses which have occurred, we need to be compensated by the government. The government has to give us interest-free loans. The government has to come up with policies, friendly policies, so that we can exist. Unless and until we get those things, until and unless we are ready, after getting those things from government, we should open theaters, or else we shouldn't even think about. Because tomorrow, if we open theaters, we need big films to come in, and that will no big film. For example, a big starer will Salman Khan or Akshay Kumar film, he will just not hop on. And it has to be pan India. This cannot be if tomorrow Kerala is open but Delhi is still shut, Maharashtra is still going bad, Gujarat is bad. There are cases coming every day. This will only happen when pan India COVID cases are finished. That's a long time. It's not before 3 to 4 months this is going to happen. And after that, another 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 2 months, for a big film to come in. Salman Khan is not just going to come and say, okay, from tomorrow release my film. He would need time for promotion, and he would need time for announcement that we are open, we are back in business. So, and during this close period, there would be so many things which have come up in our property which needs to be taken care of. Repair work, job work. 6 months ke baad when you open a cinema, there are small things which come up, and they're old properties. Some maintenance work has to be done and all those things. So it is 4 to 6 months, and for to survive till that long, we need government support. We need loans from them. We need incentives from them so that we can save all these employments. There are over 2 lakh people who are employed in our industry in the exhibition sector alone. Then there is production. There's so many people involved in production. So it's a whole chain which works. So unless and until we get a relief package from the government, then only we should think of opening our cinemas, not before that.
But
We
just to
need
get
to
a
have a
little
relief
more
package.
specific, sure, but just to get a little more specific, if we are looking at a relief package, what are the elements that we look for in a relief package? I mean, to just get a little more objective, what kind of things would be desirable for the sector through a relief package like that by the government?
First and foremost, there should be no tax, no entertainment tax, whether it's CGST or SGST, because we should not increase our rates. So there should be no tax. Secondly, the electricity bills. Our main expenses are wages and bills. Our electricity bill that should be on industrial rates. It should be on subsidized rates because we will be having peak summer. Our consumption will be more, so we need to have subsidized rates for electricity. That will be very helpful. And say about loans, interest-free loans from the government for at least 2 to 3 years. Then things like if they can compensate us for the wages for these lockdown period for 4 months or something, are the wages which we have to pay to the staff, they should contribute in it. And there are ways they can do it because the ESI and Provident Fund, they have these provisions in them in which they can always do this. So somehow that will help the economy, that will help the poor also, the unemployed also. And property tax is one thing. They should waive property tax for 1 year. Even entertainment tax. If we are not going to, we are not asking for a lifetime. Maybe for a year or so, if they can waive this entertainment tax, it will help.
Especially on movie tickets. Sure.
It'll help to grow. These
Sure.
are the few points.
Coming back to you, Sandeep ji. Sandeep ji, coming back to you, just to play a devil's advocate, a lot of people who are listening to us, or who may hear about the pleas that we are making with the government, may think or may perceive that entertainment is not a sector that that caters to necessities. Unlike, let's say, agriculture or a lot of sectors which obviously have a lot higher utility for the people today, entertainment is perceived to be a sector that doesn't have it. And when we make our representations to the government, we obviously need to showcase the importance that this sector has. And I truly believe that, even if you're making a spaceship, every nut and bolt can become a make or break factor. And maybe in terms of turnover, maybe in terms of the number of people we employ, we may be small. But we as a sector are definitely playing a key role in aiding a lot of sectors, whether it's food and beverages, whether it's the real estate sectors, where for a lot of malls, cinemas are the anchor brands. So what are your thoughts on the importance of this sector, and why do you think do we deserve the help and support from the authorities and from the value chain, so that we can continue to exist? What's the impact that we make on the society or on the ecosystem or the economy that that makes us deserving of any kind of help?
सर बेसिकली सिनेमा सिनेमा कौन से चलता है? आर्टिस्ट से। आर्टिस्ट कहाँ से बनता है? पब्लिक आर्टिस्ट बनाती है, हीरो बनाती है ना। हीरो आके बोलता है ये साबुन खरीदो, तो आदमी खरीदता है। सबकी फैक्ट्री कौन चलाता है? आज ऐड होते हैं, आज बड़े बड़े आर्टिस्ट ऐड करते हैं, सबका माल बिकता है। तो इन सबको आगे आने के बाद गवर्नमेंट को बोलना पड़ेगा कि आप इस इंडस्ट्री को हेल्प करो, ये डाइंग इंडस्ट्री है। अगर आप इसकी हेल्प नहीं करोगे, इसको लास्ट में रख दोगे, तो सब खत्म हो जाएगा। कहाँ से आर्टिस्ट पैदा होंगे? कहाँ से रेवेन्यू जनरेट होगा? कितने वेजेस हैं? कितने लोग, कितने मॉल्स है? सारे मॉल्स खाली हो जाएंगे। अगर सिनेमा नहीं होगा तो मॉल क्या चलेगा? सबको सबसे अपने जितने भी टॉप आर्टिस्ट है सबको आगे आना पड़ेगा और गवर्नमेंट को रिप्रेजेंट करना पड़ेगा कि आप इसको प्रमोट करो, इसको बचाओ, ये डाइंग है। ये मेरा थॉट है।
Sure. Coming back to you, Satyadeep, from the point of view of entertainment, obviously OTT platforms are the flavor of the season. The Netflix shares right now, if you look at the US markets, at an all-time high. And obviously, from the estimates, there's been an addition of 15 million consumers through this lockdown period and the COVID period in the subscription base of Netflix. Do you think the consumption habits of people are changing permanently? Or is this a temporary spike after which things will go back to normalcy, and will people come back to cinemas in big numbers?
See, Akshay, there's a possibility that there are certain numbers will change, obviously, because the OTT platforms are getting higher subscriptions every day by day, because we are locked down inside our home and we don't have any other option. Whatever entertainment is, that is OTT. And there are so many apps are launching every day. You can see Z5, Netflix, so many companies are coming up, and the contents are, as Vinayji said, are superb. So I think that it's a temporary thing, and obviously once a big movie releases worldwide, I think people will come and watch it inside the theaters, because without that, that's the main thing. In watching a movie like Avengers in a big screen will not be compared to watching a movie in a OTT in a small television. So I think it's a temporary thing. Obviously, some of the big movies, when it will release, we will obviously get, but we have to sustain till that time, because our single screens are not sustaining for the past 2-3 years, and we are not doing well. And we are industry which is not doing well in a whole, and single screens are closing down every month. You can calculate the entire India. If you find there are so many single screen closing down, so that's a big worrying factor for us. So everything we have to count, taking in account that we have to look forward, and we have to sustain till that point of time when the lockdown opens.
Sure. Just taking a cue from the last leg of this webinar, which was focused on the South Indian markets, While I happen to be moderating that, I don't know if any of you could see that, and including the people from the audience. In my opinion, there was a huge contrast in the opinion that we are carrying right now as exhibitors from the northern states versus the opinion that the southern exhibitors had. Now, the southern exhibitors from all the four, the 5 states of South India had absolute confidence in the fact that when things are normal, business really back to normal. In fact, it is boom. And the primary reason they cited for it was the kind of content that is created in the South Indian markets. If you look at a Tamil film or if you look at a Telugu film, the intrinsic value, the appeal of those films is much, much wider. And those kind of films seem to appeal to every section of the social strata. And that gives them the belief that once cinemas are open, people will come back in big numbers. We at the, exhibitors who primarily exhibit Hindi cinema have that confidence in our content, in our actors, in our filmmakers. I'd like thoughts from all of you. If we can start with Gurmeet ji and then go to the others.
Yes, sure. Akshay, it is very saddening to see all this. You're talking about South Indian content. All the heroes, the superstars, whether it's Alu Arvind, whether it's all the stars, Prabhas, they all have a release coming up. But here, superstars like Shah Rukh has no plan. He has no film on floor. Hrithik Roshan, superstar, he has no film on floor. This is what it is. Last film we saw of Ranbir Kapoor was 2 years back. Sanju, he has not. We don't see his film coming up this year. So our superstars need to come back. They need to do films. We have only Akshay Kumar and maybe Ajay Devgan who at least give 2 to 3 films. Even Salman tries to give 1 or 2 films in a year. So all these superstars of our Hindi film should do a lot of more films. That's what they're not doing. Secondly, their content caters to a wider audience. They make films which are massy and it has a mass appeal. But here, our film stars, they like to experiment, they like to make films for the critics at times. They get into this thing that we like to do some intelligent cinema. Maybe a selected few may like it, others may not. Whether the film runs at the box office, they are not concerned about it. So these few things, these are the factors. India has a lot of population. It is huge, 130 crores. So if we come back when these cinemas open, there's not going to be a problem of people bringing them to the cinema if we have the right content. If the right kind of cinema is made, films are made, and they come after right intervals. There's a continuous flow. Things will be back in business. We'll be back in business, but there has to be a flow in films. South Indian, they have their own regional content. Then they have films from Bollywood and then Hollywood. But here, especially in the northern belt, we only depend on Hindi films. And our superstars, it's been Shah Rukh. It's been last Shah Rukh's film we saw was Race about 2 years back. Sanju, Ranbir Kapoor, maybe 2 years back. So they haven't have a release and they don't have any films coming up this year. Now, because of this issue, again, all their films which are supposed to come, they'll go to 2021. They need to work on films. They need to do films, and things will definitely be positive. But we need to have a flow of content. That is very upmost.
Sure, Gurmeet ji, one thing is the flow of content. The other thing, like you correctly pointed out, is the kind of content that we make, about films that reach out to the
Yes.
masses. And it's pretty interesting. And based on the chat that I see right now, a friend of mine, Mayur Puri, is on this conversation right now watching us. He's the man who's written Om Shanti Om and Happy New Year, two films that have actually brought a lot of joy to us as exhibitors who operate in the single
Yes, it
screen
did.
market or, in the tier 2, tier 3 towns. So, what are your thoughts? If I Hello.
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 So
Yeah.
I'll just take these opinions, Satyadeep and Sandeep ji and Vinay ji. Besides the fact that superstars need to do more films, what kind of films do we expect from them? Because see, obviously the world and their mothers have been saying that India needs to become like China. India has only 10,000 screens and China has 80,000 screens. We need more screens. But then over the last 10 years, that figure of about 9,500 to 1,000 screens has remained stagnant. while a lot of screens have been added by the national chains, an equal number of screens are shutting down simultaneously. So what kind, and obviously a car only runs when there's the right kind of fuel in it. You can't put aviation fuel in a Maruti and expect it to travel. So what kind of films do we need as the unorganized exhibition sector, particularly in the tier 2, tier 3 markets or with single screens, for the business to be really able to boom and for this sector to really be able to grow in terms of screens and revenues?
सर
If we
जी
can start with
सबसे
Vinay,
पहले या
go, Sandeep ji, go ahead.
मेरा सबसे हिंदी मूवीज में अभी सबसे ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है, राइटिंग मिसिंग है, कंटेंट मिसिंग, राइटिंग ही नहीं है सर। आप देखिए पहले पिक्चर बनती थी मसाला मूवीज विद, यानी उसमें कॉमेडी भी होती थी, इमोशंस भी होते थे, एक्शन भी होती थी। वो फिल्में कई कई महीनों तक चलती थी कि मुकद्दर का सिकंदर देख लो, नसीब देख लो, कोई भी पिक्चर देख लो, या मनमोहन देसाई की, प्रकाश मेहरा की, सब फिल्में मसाला फिल्म होती, सब चलती थी। अभी भी आप लास्ट देखिए जो साउथ की बाहुबली है, मसाला फिल्म थी। अभी लास्ट एग्जांपल जैसे जो पिक्चर थी एक अपना शुभ मंगल, ज्यादा शुभ मंगल सावधान, वो नहीं चली। इसके पहले मर जाऊं आई, वो चली, वो मास की फिल्म थी। तो ये फिल्में क्यों नहीं बनाते मास की? ये बोरीवली तक फिल्म बनाते, बोरीवली के आगे तो बढ़े हैं। ये 5 स्टार में बैठ के लिखते हैं फिल्में, इनको मास में तो जाए हैं, मास के अंदर जाएंगे तो मास की फिल्म बना पाएंगे। ये बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है अपने साथ। और आर्टिस्ट है, वो आर्टिस्ट क्रिटिक्स के लिए फिल्म बना रहा है। अरे मास के लिए, पब्लिक के लिए फिल्म शूट करो भाई। क्यों साले काले पीले बनते हो? अच्छे रोमांटिक हीरो तो रोमांस करो ना, रोमांस देखने आता है आदमी। ये सब है, ये इश्यूज बहुत सारे हैं। प्रोड्यूसर लोग जितने भी है, ये सब 100 रुपए की पिक्चर बना रहा हूँ, 110 में बेचना, मेरे को 10 रुपए मिला, मैं पबार हो गया। वो कंटेंट के ऊपर देखी नहीं, बजट को देख रहा है कि मैंने 110 रुपए में माल बेचा हुआ मेरा। वो चाहते ही नहीं कि मेरे को 200 करोड़ करना है कि 1000 करोड़ करना है। आपने माल बेच दिया, उसका प्रॉफिट फिक्स कर लिया। ये सब बातें पहले नहीं होती थी सर। पहले डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स को अपने को बुलाते थे, पिक्चर दिखाते थे, अपने इनपुट्स लेते थे कि इसमें क्या अच्छा लग रहा है, क्या खराब लग रहा है, कौन सा गाना अच्छा है, कौन सा कट कर दें। ये सब आपने कब बताया? आज कोई नहीं पूछता आपसे। आप पिक्चर लगाओ और पिक्चर उतारो बस।
Right. Vinay ji, your thoughts on this, on the kind of content that we need to fuel the growth?
I agree. I agree with Gurmeet regarding that the South Indian content what we are discussing right now. The content what they make is like for all kind of audience, like massy, classy, all kind of audience. And top of it, the audience which prefer the South Indian, they even go to single screen, they even go to the multiplex to watch the movies. It's similarly all over South. So you can see the South movies which are being made, even their territory is small, but the amount of business what they do is huge. Okay. And top of it, as Sandeep ji said, that the producers here are making only movies mainly for upper class and multiplex audience. They are just seeing that angle, but they are not at all keeping the single screen in mind. Like suppose a movie like War or Bagi 3, which movies we require, which runs even in the multiplex, even in the single screen. You can see War, even though War was not as expected that big, but still everybody were happy, Same thing is in Bagi 3. Like movie was mediocre, but everybody made money in the first week. Even the exhibitor, even the distributor, I think. Of course, no doubt for their bad luck, the industry, because of this COVID-19, the industry got, everything was closed after the 10 days. But still, it managed to do a good business. So similarly, movies like Bahubali, like all those kind of movies we require, for to survive. Otherwise, a movie like as is Jada Shubh Mangal Saudhan or anything like Thappad, all these movies, you are about to know that movies are not going to do well in the single screens. Only they are meant for a certain kind of audience, which will only go to a metro cities multiplex, not even 2-tier multiplex. So I feel the quality of the movie and the content should be better, where it will run universal. It should do well in all kind of theaters. I think that's what I'm looking at.
Sure. Coming to you, Satyadeep, you wear two hats. You are an exhibitor and you're also one of the most prominent distributors in the Bengal circuit. Besides, the right kind of content in the hands from the government, as the value chain, as distributors, exhibitors, and producers, what are the changes we need to make to our internal working and maybe our commercial terms, whether it's in the context of the ratio of exhibitors and distributors share, whether it's in the context of programming? What do you think are the changes that we need to make urgently to revive ourselves as the exhibition sector once this lockdown is lifted?
See, once this lockdown is lifted, we have to think about one or two things. That is the release of a movie. Once, when you are releasing your movie, if you are releasing two commercial movies in a same day, it will be a difficult task for a single screen exhibitor to screen that. So you have to keep in mind that you have to release those movies in 1 week later so that everyone can screen all the movies. So we as an exhibitor, we want all the movies to be screened in our cinemas. So these are the few things which are really important for us, as well as the minimum billing thing has to be moved on, because this kind of minimum billings have been put on us, and we are in a big trouble because most of the movies doesn't do well. So that's the thing. These are the one or two points which are very important.
Sure. Coming back to you, Vinayji, and I'd like all of you to answer this. One thing that we, besides the right kind of content coming, besides it coming on the right commercial terms, one very severe problem, which is a very basic problem that a lot of single screens, and particularly in tier 2, tier 3 towns face, is the availability of content. Very often films that are the medium size or the moderate scale films, which could do some business in tier 2, tier 3 towns, don't even come there or don't even release in those cinemas. Why do you think is that the case, and what can be done to change that and to make a lot of interesting content that doesn't come to these markets start reaching there?
As you said, why the certain movies are not reaching the 2-tier and 3-tier centers and the theaters? That's because of the BPF charges, what the distributor or the producer has to pay for any kind of content is one and same, whether it's a war, whether it's a small C-grade movie. So I feel either the BPF charges should be, all industry should get together and request UFO and ECD people to bring down their charges, because that is really what's hitting us, the smaller movies particularly, very much, because they can't afford them. And you pay in first week, say for example 28 show, you pay around 12 to 13,000 rupees for 28 shows BPF charges, and again the revenue what they get is not even that much. And even if suppose there's a collection of, say for example 20,000 rupees, and if we have to share with the distributor the collection, what they get in their hand, nothing, zero. In fact, they are paying from their pocket. So I feel we all should gather together and have a nice meeting with all this BPF, the digital provider, to get down the charges, have a moderate charges for all kind of movies for first and second weeks, which is the main run. After the third week, hardly any movie runs, and even if it runs, I think 1,000 rupees not much that one can't afford. But for the first 2 weeks, I think it's very necessity to get it down, so all these small movies can have their outlet for releasing their movies. Otherwise, very difficult for them to get it released in any kind of center, whether big or small, because they are just releasing the movie for the heck of it. They are in the full India, they'll be releasing either 200 or 300 screens. That even the revenue will be lesser than what they are paying the BPF charges. So I think that is what we should all, first and foremost, that is the first thing, and we should get together and do it. I think if that comes under control, I think then all the movies will have a good outlet for them to release throughout in B and C category kind of centers. Otherwise, in A class, though, you can't afford only to release these movies, because there's they are paying through their nose the publicity charges, expenses, what they are for the paper publicity and all that. So in the smaller center, at least you don't require to publicize in the paper. You just do the state publicity, and you can release your movie. If the BPF charges are reasonable, I think everyone will be able to release in all kind of all tier of the centers, and B and C particularly, because that's what I have to say.
Sure. Sandeepji, your thoughts on this? I mean, what are the factors that can enable a better flow of content into single screens? More variety of content. Do you think markets that single screens dominate in, the tier 2, tier 3 markets where the multiplexes and the national chains don't even exist? Do you think we need to develop an audience for the niche kind of films? And how can that be done?
So basically, digital cost बहुत heavy है, तो new body, hello,
Yes.
mediocre film है, मीडियोकर पिक्चरें नहीं मिलती है वहाँ पे। तो अपने को ऑल इंडिया में सिंगल स्क्रीन को यूनाइट होना पड़ेगा और उनको अपना पॉइंट रखना पड़ेगा कि हमको हमारा डिजिटल चार्जेस मल्टीप्लेक्स से अलग होना चाहिए, ठीक है। सेकेंडली, इंसेंटिव पॉलिसी आनी चाहिए, इंसेंटिव पॉलिसी नहीं। तीसरा, स्क्रीन काउंट अलग होना चाहिए। मल्टीप्लेक्स के साथ सिंगल स्क्रीन का स्क्रीन काउंट करते हैं वो अपने परसेंटेज के लिए, वो परसेंटेज में क्या होता है उनका 47.5 हो जाएगा, इसलिए वो सिंगल स्क्रीन को पिक्चर नहीं देते। तो ये दोनों का स्क्रीन काउंट अलग अलग होना चाहिए, ये स्क्रीन सिंगल स्क्रीन को मल्टीप्लेक्स से काउंट नहीं करना चाहिए। Yes, that's my point.
Okay. Okay. Satyadeep, coming to you again, from the point of view of being a distributor and an exhibitor, if you as a distributor decide to support the single screens with the right flow of content in the right kind of, commercial terms, obviously there's something you will expect in return, whether it's transparency, whether it's better reportage of collections, whether it's improvement in the infrastructure. What do you think are the factors that are desirable for the distributor or the representative of a studio, as somebody who's releasing a film on a studio's behalf? What are the expectations you have from single screens? What would you want the single screens to do to enable you to empower them with better terms and better content?
See, one or two things. One is the single screen has to develop some point of time. I'm not telling now. Some point of time they have to develop their own cinemas. And another thing is that some of them means most of the single screens are manually ticketing systems. They are not using the online ticketing systems. So they have to input that thing is very necessity for the clarity of the ticket sales. Most of the single screens are not using that. So online ticketing system is one of the most important factor which is really required for all the single screens to put in, so that the sales and everything we get the clarity as a distributor, I'm saying. So it will help us to gather that in the collections on time, and we can provide incentives to that also.
Sure. And before we come to the last leg of our discussion, because we are about 15 minutes away from the close of the session, here's a request to everyone from the audience. If any of you have any specific questions for anybody from the panel, you can start writing those questions in the chat, and you can feel free to, mention whom you want answering the question. So after we finish our discussion in about 5 minutes from now, we'll start taking those questions and answering them. Coming back to all of you, another major problem that we yes, Gurmeet, go ahead.
I'd like to bring to your notice the Hollywood content is monopolized in India. Are you aware of this? That is, if you put a 2K projector, then only you can play a Hollywood content. What is this?
Correct.
Every BC center cannot afford a 2K. Cinemas in places like Delhi, there are so many cinemas who can't afford a 2K projection, but they say we have to put. It is their monopoly. You have to put a 2K projector, then only we'll supply you content, which is very wrong. So it is a place like Delhi where you don't get Hollywood films to play. What about the BC centers? They are far off. There's so much of business which they lose on. They bring the films to India. They dub them into Hindi language. For whom? For the masses. But the masses, the films don't reach the masses. The Hollywood content only comes in 2K projection format. So I believe they should also think about this, that they should be available in all formats, and they will have a wider audience. People watch their films after a week on their own on piracy. So that has to be looked into, and I think it's high time the studios realize this, that they're losing on a lot of business by not coming on non-2K format.
Got it. Okay, so another hot topic which all of us are often at the receiving end of in a lot of weeks around the year, and obviously these are battles that we are caught in the crossfire of, and these are battles that are also out in the open fought through the media. When two big tentpole films release, there's often a messed up scenario that all of us get into, and especially the single screens. I don't think these single screens become as relevant at any point of time unless there are two big films clashing, whether it's a Satyamev Jayate and a Gold or a Rais and a Kabil. How do we address that scenario where you have two distributors haggling for your screens in your shows, very often even trying to arm twist you into giving them more shows? After this lockdown impact, where all of us are going to be reeling from the economic effects of it, where all of us need to maximize our revenues, can we afford those kind of scenarios again? And if not, what's the solution out of it? If you know, what I mean,
Akshay,
I'd actually like Sandeep ji and Satyadeep to answer this, because both of you, besides being exhibitors, are also distributors. And very often you've been in those tug of war scenarios where you are releasing a film with another tentpole and fighting for shows. What's the solution to this?
Akshay, there's only one solution I want to say is that as an exhibitor, you have to final one thing that I want to screen both the movies. I will not let go. And if someone doesn't want to share, just leave that movie. There is only one solution. As an exhibitor, we have to decide that we have to screen both movies. And if some of the distributor are not allowing that, then leave that movie. We don't have any other option. And I'm sure these kind of instances will happen again after this lockdown finishes, because most of the producers will come down whenever the things get normal. But we, as an exhibitor, we are happy to screen all the movies whenever they release.
Sure. Sandeep ji, your thoughts?
The
This is a
beggars are not
conversation
choosers.
very often.
And
Sorry.
beggars are not choosers. Beggars are not choosers. सिंगल स्क्रीन वाला है, सब पिक्चर सारी चाहिए. अगर बड़े ब्रांड की पिक्चर है तो हमको उसको लगानी पड़ती है. ऐसे कई बार हुआ है, लेकिन हमने कोशिश करी है उनसे बात करके कि सिनेमा डिवाइड कर लो. जैसे हम अगर 10 सिनेमा सिंगल स्क्रीन चला रहे हैं तो हम कोशिश करते हैं कि 5 में आप लगा लो, 5 में आप लगा लो, या शो डिवाइड कर लो. कई बार हो भी जाता है, एक आध पिक्चर में कोई प्रॉब्लम आता है, बाकी मान जाते हैं. एक आध है, कोई मैं नाम नहीं लेता है, एक आध है स्टूडियो जो नहीं मानता है, जिसने अभी बहुत तंग किया था लास्ट पिक्चर में. बाकी ओवरऑल यहाँ पे सिनेरियो चेंज हो जाता है, लेकिन पिक्चर सब पिक्चरें सब सिनेमा में लगनी चाहिए. अगर आपको बिजनेस जिंदा रखना है, सिनेमा जिंदा रखना है, तो पिक्चरें लगना बहुत जरूरी है.
So, Akshay, I just want to say another thing. As a distributor, we have to take certain movies on MG. And if the producers are saying that they are not going to share the show, then we are the losers as a distributors. So how can we let go the theaters? We have to share the shows. We have to share it. So as well as a distributor can leave out the cinemas, the exhibitor also shouldn't be leaving out the cinemas. So both, it's a vice versa case, because we as a distributor, we have to in certain times we have to take up movies on MGs. So we have to cover our MGs. If we let go the cinema, we will not be able to cover that. So there are certain issues. Obviously, the producer has also have to understand this kind of scenario. If they are coming up with another movie, they have to be flexible.
Anyways, I'll now start taking questions from the audience. We have the first question coming from Mr. Mayur Puri, whom we just mentioned, who says, what about regions like Northeast, where regional content are very, very limited, and these regions will open only earlier than others? Can we also have some regional content that can run in isolation to garner confidence among patrons to come when the situation is conducive for big releases pan-India? Satyadeep, you may want to answer this because you have operations in the smaller markets like Guwahati and Assam and Tripura and stuff.
See, Akshay, we don't have that much of regional content with ourselves. So there's a problem. So we have only one or two movies in my area in Tripura. We get only one or two movies in a year. So we can't afford that. We have to wait for the Hindi or the Bengali or the English movies. So we don't have any other options. So let's see. It's a wait and watch game when the lockdown finishes. So
Sure. We have another question which talks about how can cinema halls ensure transparency in the reportage of collections and sales. So this is a question that anybody can answer. Gurmeet ji, Sandeep ji, Vinay ji, any of you want to go for this? What can cinemas do to ensure transparency in the reportage of collections?
See, reporting of the collections nowadays, as I discussed earlier even with you, like this is very transparency is there, like in because of this computer ticketing, it's become very transparent. Even black and in black and white, it is the collections are in all black and white. So I don't see any kind of discrepancy nowadays. Very rare. It might be in some scenario or some small center there might be something, but that's very negligible. And I think nowadays there's not like earlier days where there used to be a extra sitting capacity and everything used to be done in the smaller centers, which is now not existing anymore. Or if those centers are there, then we always prefer to give on the fixed hour basis or MG basis, where we know that we have covered our whatever we are required from that center. We already covered initially. Now, then that one we don't bother whether he earns, whether he don't make money. Then it is his call. So I think it's nowadays very transparent in all the other centers. Yeah.
This used to happen earlier when there used to be a time of the prints that the producer used to not come to know that this particular print has ran into how many states, how many centers in UP the film had been screened. There was, he wouldn't come to know. But in today's time, because the license are given by the UFO, it's all very transparent. Plus, if it's a film if it's a hit film, if it's a good content, it runs pan India. If it's a bad film, it's a flop pan India. So you can very well come to know the status. If it's a hit, it has to be a hit all over. You can't hide or manipulate collections. And extra sitting doesn't arise nowadays. It's very seldom we see this.
There's another thought that is coming from Sagar Dwivedi, and this is actually something that all of you should react to. Decreasing VPF charges is not the ultimate solution because there's an investment involved in projection and server equipment, which companies like UFO and ECD put in. Also, the annual maintenance servicing charges are involved. So, what do you think is the answer to this? I mean, it's a fairly valid point that companies like UFO and ECD make an investment in this projection equipment. So, if they cut out the VPF, how can they survive? Now, I know there's an answer to this, but I'd like any of you panelists to react. How do you think can they survive without VPF charges?
237 crores was the ad revenue, Mr. Agarwal said in an interview. UFO had collected 237 crores in just ad. And how much is he sharing with the cinema? Everybody knows. Hardly the cinema owner gets anything in a year from that ad revenue. Plus, for example, I'll take my example. I installed this projection, the UFO projector, in 2007. It's been 13 years. So I believe the cost is all covered.
They can buy 10 projectors. They can buy 10 projectors.
Yes. In between, yes, they did upgrade my projector once, but it's a 13-year-old service. 52 weeks in a calendar. You can imagine how much they've already collected from a cinema like mine. Plus, he himself admitted it is 237 crores ad revenue.
No, they are also taking AMC charges.
Sure. There's another question. Yes. This is from Nikhil Fadki, and this is actually very relevant. And this actually throws light on the advantage that we as the unorganized exhibition sector have. He says multiplex audiences have access to OTT and other platforms of entertainment, whereas masses have no other option or limited source of entertainment for which are single screen cinemas as a source of affordable entertainment. In this scenario, isn't it that single screens are in a position of advantage? Interesting thought. What do you guys think?
Yes, we are in a phase where we can, but the flow has to come. Our success ratio of the films is only 4 to 7%.
Anybody else who wants to take that?
Yeah. We need a good flow of cinemas. Means not only parallel genre. We need the commercial genre movies are more required, because if we get those kind of movies, the single screen can survive, and we can invest on that, and we can obviously redecorate our cinemas and we can again run the show as it was running earlier.
Sure. And there's another very interesting thought that's coming from multiple people in the audience who are saying that while the dependence on films is one thing, does it make sense to screen properties and entertainment avenues such as the IPL in cinemas to bring the audience to single screen cinemas in big numbers? What are your thoughts? If I remember it right, at a point of time, cricket was screened. I think the 2011 World Cup, there were many matches that were screened. The IPL, I think one of the seasons was screened. What are your thoughts on that?
See, in the case of screening IPL, it's a very difficult task because the cinema hall gets a feel of a stadium. In a stadium, you can dance, you can stand on seats, but in the cinema hall, if you stand on a seat, the seat will be broken. So in that case, obviously it's a good choice, but it's a difficult choice as well. And sometimes the network gets gone down, then the cinema will be in a big problem. So there's an issue over there also.
Yeah, because you for screening IPL, I think you'll have to cancel at least two shows. Like suppose I'm just discussing. Suppose if there is say the ticket rate for one show is say around say 150 or 200 rupees. If you are going to block your two shows, so you'll have to end up selling that IPL ticket for at least 350 to 400 rupees. And I don't know whether the public will be worth spending so much money to watch an IPL and sitting glued to one seat all the while, you know. Because if you're watching it from the house or maybe in the club and all that, you have several other way of enjoying yourself by having a glass of beer in your hand, or maybe at home you can have whatever you feel like, when you can walk around, do everything. But in the theater, I think you'll have to glue to your seat for at least 3.5 hours. And even by selling ticket at a higher rate, I don't think it's worthwhile. I think they tried a couple of years back, but I think they are not successful. I think. And as he said, like if there's any issue in the relay, and if it gets conked off in between, then again the public will tear off your seat and they'll damage your theater if anything goes wrong. And I think it's not worthwhile to take that chance.
We have time for one last question, which is coming from Sanjay Khatri. And he says, I want to ask the panel, is single screen business dying because of content or bad maintenance in general upkeep of the theater food options, hygiene, etc.? I'm sure a lot of people would want to pay only 100 to 150 rupees instead of 200 to 400 for tickets. In the wake of COVID-19, how is the single screen prepared to compete now when hygiene is of prime importance? Very relevant question in my opinion. Anybody who wants to take that, go ahead please.
सर कंटेंट तो मेन इम्पोर्टेंट है. मैं चाहता हूँ कि गवर्नमेंट अभी ये टाइम है, गवर्नमेंट को इंसेंटिव देना चाहिए सिंगल स्क्रीन्स को. जैसे अर्लियर देती थी 2 साल का जीएसटी, नो जीएसटी ऑन, यू कैन कीप जीएसटी विथ यू. तो इससे क्या होगा कि जितने सिंगल स्क्रीन डाइंग से ये सब अपना पैसा सिनेमा में लगाएंगे, रीजनेबल सिनेमा देंगे, तो वापस सिनेमा वापस अच्छे चलने लगेंगे. ये मेरा थॉट है.
Earlier we used to get subsidies. Earlier, Akshay, we would used to get subsidies if we redecorate or renovate our cinemas. If we convert it from a single screen to a duplex or a 3-screen property, then we used to get 3 years tax benefit. But after GST, we are not getting that. So that kind of a subsidy is again required for us as a single screen to redecorate or renovate our cinemas. So as a government, they should obviously take this factor to be noted, so that we can get that and we can again redecorate and we can revive back.
Sure. I'm saying, any closing thoughts before we wrap this up by anyone on the way forward, on the silver lining that we're hoping to see in these dark times? What do you, and any closing thoughts on the future, on the way ahead? Are our lives, are our businesses changing forever?
Let's hope the government supports us and comes out with some kind of policy where everybody have a winning upper hand on, like running the theater. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult after this for the survival of the single screen, even as well as multiplexes in today's scenario. That's what I'm hoping, that government should come with some good proposal.
Hope we had covered all kind of queries now. Thank you all for joining us, and thanks for making your time, all the speakers and Akshay. And special thanks to all the participants. We had a very good number of participants today. So keep visiting www.cineconf.com for more details and about the upcoming webinar. The upcoming webinar is going to be on the studio side. So Media Studio will be participating in that webinar. You can check the details on our website. Also, you can see this current webinar and the previous webinars on our website. All recordings are available there. Again, Cinecon webinar has been powered by IMAX in association with Theatre World and Network 208. Thank you all again. Thank you.